Big day today. I think a heifer down there is getting ready to have a calf. Her tail's way up, kind of off to herself, but I'm not 100% certain yet. I've got to go back and check the herd right now. And then in between 2 and 3 today, the farrier's coming to work on the donkeys. And I'm going to start PMing some of the tractors. I worked on the baler yesterday. If you've ever worked on a baler, it's kind of hard to video and work on a beast like that at the same time. But she's coming today, so we'll get some video of that. And I'll try to get some video of working on my new Holland tractor, getting it ready for hay season. So I'm starting on the tractor. If you recall in the last videos I've done, I said I had a leak down in here, and I thought it was that line right there, and it's still a possibility, but I doubt it at this point. So either the filter's leaking or something on the hydraulic pump's leaking. We had a drip there on the bottom of the filter, and then I've got 2 or 3 drips here off that pipe coming off the filter right here. So something's leaking. I just haven't found out what it is yet, and it's leaking from up there because everything's dirty. I hope it's the filter just leaking and not something else. But what I'm gonna do is change the oil in the tractor, and then the engine oil, and then I'm gonna clean everything off and try to run it and see if I can't find out where this is coming from. Yeah, there's the product of winter right there. Weirdest tractor I've ever changed oil on, because you drop the oil here and on this side, and I think you got to pull both of them out because it sits in both sides of it, not just the plug on the bottom. Allen heads over here. See if we can't get the other side out. I change the oil in this tractor once a year, and I try to do the hydraulic fluid once every 2 years with a new filter, because I just don't put that many hours on a tractor. I've had this tractor 7 or 8 years now. It had 750 hours on it, and it's got 1,600 on it now. So that tells you that I'm just not putting that many hours on it. So I hate to change hydraulic fluid, as expensive as it is, if it doesn't need it. If it needs it, I have no problem with that. Like I said, I'm more worried about this leak. Alright, time for the oil filter. But I'd say it's tighter than the banking system right now. Alright, time to get the oil filter off. Probably seized on there. Yeah. Best thing you ever do for yourself in life is get yourself a quality oil filter wrench, because there's nothing worse than having to put a hole in one with a screwdriver and have all that oil all over everything and all over you. So in true New Holland fashion, which I guess wouldn't be a big deal if it didn't have a loader on the tractor, but you can see down there is where you put the oil in. I've had to buy, and you'll see it in a minute, a $20 funnel just to be able to get oil in this tractor, which is still a pain because it's so deep in there. Usually it's better with two people, but today it's just me. Alright, it's time to put some oil in this thing. I wanted you all to be able to see what it takes. I showed you the hole down in there a minute ago. Two and a half gallon is what it holds on a 4-cylinder with a new filter. So I'm going to pre-measure it and just pour it in. That way I know exactly what I got. Yeah, it takes that just to get to it. And I'll come in with the gallon. Here's a gallon Rotella 1540. That's a fitting song. Tracy Bird, Some Beach Somewhere, in the middle of this job. Because Some Beach is probably where the guy's hanging out. That made everything so tight to work on at New Holland. It might work better. Alright, there's a gallon. When I bought this tractor, I called several New Holland dealers and asked them about problems with them. I called one dealer and told him it was a 2006 TN95DA. He goes, New Holland doesn't make that tractor. I said, well, I'm standing there looking at it, so I guess they did. He said, well, that's a good thing because I've never seen one and we don't work on them. So I'd buy it if I was you. Paid $28,000 for this tractor. 4-wheel drive, loader, 95 horsepower, cab, air conditioning, everything. And the tractor's worth more now. It's got 1,600 hours on it. It's worth more now than it was the day I paid for it. I use Wix filters. Always have. I don't have any trouble out of them. I feel like I'm protected in case something were to happen. But if you go with a cheap filter on anything, that's what you're going to get. Exactly what you paid for. Alright, time to put the dipstick back in and start this thing up and see if New Holland's right on the specs with 2.5 gallon of oil. Alright, started it up, let it run, had no leaks on the filter. It's time to check levels. I've let it drain down for about a minute. So if it's fine, that means even more is going to drain down, so we're good. Yep, I don't know if you can see that or not, but halfway in the operating level. Alright, time to get the pressure washer out and start cleaning up areas on it and see if I can find this hydraulic leak. So we talked earlier today, I showed you the line, I thought it was leaking. I finally got one made and got this braid on the outside of it too to keep it from rubbing up in here. I called the guy today that I've talked to before. He's local here. It's Mays Hydraulics, and young guy, great to talk to, very knowledgeable, and he made that line there for me so I could get back up and running. So I've got it on now. We'll go ahead and get it started. But Mays Hydraulics is on Facebook and he's on YouTube. So if you need, he's got all kinds of special stuff in there, and he can do what you need to get done. So check him out, because the last people that I had made this, it started seeping again, and I think that's what was causing my leak. He guarantees this line will not seep, so I'm happy and back up and running. So check him out.